Hi, my name's Linda. I'm an avatar with Merge, I'm going to be explaining your demo today that you'll be doing. You are the Director of Field Operations for Southern Gas Company. Bennett is a manager of field services for the Western region. He's responsible for 8 teams of field techs working on compression and transmission equipment. He's one of the first people you met, and you got along immediately. The two of you have a positive work relationship and friendship. Recently, there was a work-related injury in Bennett's region, and HSE investigations determined that there's a weak safety culture among the field teams, and the HSE investigator also noted that 3 field service techs lacked the proper PPE while on the worksite. 2 were observed without hearing protection, and another removed his safety glasses during a maintenance job. So your objective is to discuss the HSC report findings and gain some insight into what's happening in the field, and communicate that as a result of the lost time incident and required by company policy, you will be assigning a safety monitor to his region for 90 days. Do you have any questions about that?
I do not.
Okay, great. So what will happen now is I will disappear and Bennett will appear in my place, and he will start talking to you. It's as if he just stepped into your office. Have fun.
Thank you. Good afternoon,
Hello.
Ben. How are
How
you?
are you doing? It's nice to see you.
I'm good. I'm well. So Bennett, I brought you in my office. I did send you out an email a couple days ago just to give you some context around our discussion so you understand what it is I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to address a recent injury that
Hmm.
occurred in your region that's actually under investigation, and wanted to get some insight into what
Uh,
actually occurred with one of the individuals working that
oh,
works on your team.
oh, okay,
Who,
look. So, is this really why you called me in here? Unbelievable. You know we're under a lot of pressure and we're doing the best we can right now.
and I absolutely understand that, Bennett, but there was an incident that occurred, and as you know, you are doing the best you can, but safety is our priority. It's always our priority, and it's our first job. So what I wanted to bring you in for is actually just to get some context around what actually happened out there. So I
Okay,
noticed.
but first, I've just got to mention we've lost a lot of good techs recently. We're massively understaffed. HR is not keeping up. We've got 4 vacancies in my region right now, and half my techs are brand new. How can you expect us to work safe with so many inexperienced techs? 8 hours of safety training in a conference room isn't cutting it. We need hands-on training.
Yes, I understand that, and I definitely agree with your assessment in that area. However, before we get to discussing the issue with the staff, your staff being overworked and having to work over hours, we want to address what actually happened. And I know from your perspective, you feel like the reason why there was an accident is because you have staff that are working more hours than they should. Is that what I'm
Yeah.
understanding correct? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean that's part of it. So John got hurt. He's new. He was tired. He had to pull a double shift because we're so shorthanded out there. We just hired
Hmm.
him out of college. He's a great kid, and we had to throw him in the deep end because we have so much work and we don't have enough techs.
And I can totally understand that, Ben. Honestly, I do understand the need to provide better training. So I am in conversations with HR to actually help facilitate a process that will allow more hands-on training for your techs so that they are better prepared to deal with such safety issues. However, due to the incident that occurred with one of your workers not wearing their safety goggles, it is going to be the recommendation of leadership that we actually have a safety monitor come to your region and monitor for
Wait a
the.
minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, come on. You know we're friends. Can't you just look the other way on this one? You know it's just bad timing.
No, looking the other way is actually not going to be an option. Yes, we are great friends, and I love our both friend relationship and our personal or in our professional relationship, but we don't want to mix business with our personal relationship. This is
Well,
an issue that
right.
needs to be addressed with regard to what's happened in one of our facilities, and we want to address that utilizing the policy that we have in place. We do have a policy, and we do want to stick to that policy as far
Well,
as because of the incident that occurred. As a result of that, we want to um, assign a safety monitor, and that's required as per our company policy.
this is hypocritical. We underinvest our training and we're constantly having to deal with new people. And now you're going to pay money for some guy to be out here for 3 months looking over my shoulder? What a waste of money. Let's give it to our guys and they'll stick around and we won't have this problem.
Yeah, well, it's unfortunate that you think that it's a waste of money. It's actually something that has been thought about and determined by leadership. It's part of the policy. It's part of a policy that you were actually when you were brought on board. The expectation that you would agree, review, and agree with that policy, and as such, as one of our supervisors in the field, I would expect that you would support us in having this safety monitor in your region so that you're able to better monitor and ensure that we are having safe work environments for our employees moving forward.
Okay. Um, yeah, we haven't been doing enough to remedy the situation. It was just a matter of time before somebody got hurt. I know we need to do a better job with these new guys. We're just so slammed. It's hard to get field supervisors to take the time. But I see now I need to make this a top priority, even if it means slowing down some of our maintenance work. We're no good
Mm-hmm.
to anyone if we're injuring people.
Absolutely. And this is, like I mentioned, Ben, it's part of the policy. We're quite lucky, in fact, that I believe, he only got a minor injury. This could have been a lot worse. He could have, been killed or anything like that. It was just, a hand laceration, so not a big deal.
Right.
But it could have been worse. So we definitely want to try to mitigate that and prevent those incidents from happening in the future. And feel like having this safety monitor is a way to mitigate that and remedy that.
Okay. Well, that does make sense. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me about this, and yeah, we'll look at our next steps and what the things that we need to do to make it more safe. Thank you.
Okay, that sounds great, and I will also keep an open line of communication as it relates to how we move forward with the safety monitor, what's going to be the process and the protocol, and also just keeping you in the loop as far as what the next steps are for how we incorporate more hands-on training for your team, because we definitely want to make sure that we address that as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. That sounds good.
Okay, thank you so much for spending the time with me, and I will follow up with you soon.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Have a great day, Ben.
You too.
Hi, so I'm back. So if you like, we can do a little bit of debriefing and feedback about how that went.
Sure.
So I just have a couple of questions to ask you. The first one is, what do you think you did that went well?
I think I was very clear in my communications with Ben on what sort of the issues were with regard to the safety incident, and I think that I outlined my expectations as far as the need to have a safety monitor and explain um, why we want to do that. I also think that I was very cognizant of the fact that there are issues with regard to our training, and offered up opportunity for us to look at that with HR so that we can try to do better as far as providing more hands-on training for our folks.
Yes, you did a really nice job explaining to Bennett. He definitely threw up a couple obstacles that could have prevented you from moving forward, but you were very calm and not sidestepped, but you were very direct with him, letting him know this needs to happen and this is where we need to go forward in the future. Um,
Mm-hmm.
is there anything that you would have done differently?
I think that I think that there was a couple instances where I kind of might have like interrupted him before he finished his sentence. And I think that I would probably in the future fully listen to his frustration. So I know that there was like one or two instances where he was still kind of at the end of his what he was saying, and I kind of like jumped in a little bit too quick. So
Yeah, that could very well be, although I did not notice that in the simulation. You did a really nice job, and again, you got Bennett to come around to hear your demands and realize what the next steps are that need to be taken. So, really nice job.
thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
All right, have a great day.
You too.
Bye bye.